Kenya's drylands, covering about 83% of the country's land area, are vast regions characterized by hot and dry conditions with sparse vegetation. These lands are prone to prolonged droughts, making them unsuitable for traditional agriculture. Consequently, the communities here rely primarily on pastoralist activities. However, the introduction and subsequent spread of Prosopis Juliflora, commonly known as matenge, has created significant environmental and socio-economic challenges for communities residing in these areas. Initially introduced in the 1980s to combat desertification, Prosopis Juliflora was valued for its drought tolerance, ability to act as a windbreak, and role in ground cover. Over time, however, the tree spread uncontrollably, invading grazing lands, wetlands, and other vital ecosystems. Its aggressive spread has surpassed native vegetation, disrupted ecosystems, and adversely affected livelihoods. Currently, over 2% of Kenya's landmass is covered by this invasive species, posing a serious threat to biodiversity and human well-being. The challenges posed by Prosopis Juliflora are multifaceted. Its dense thickets suppress native vegetation, diminishing biodiversity and reducing availability of grazing land for livestock. The tree's toxic thorns are hazardous to both human and animals, often causing injuries and infections. Furthermore, its prolific seed production and dispersal have exacerbated its invasion, making management efforts increasingly difficult. For pastoral communities, the spread of Prosopis Juliflora has disrupted traditional livelihoods by reducing access to land for pasture. This has led to socioeconomic challenges, including loss of income and increased vulnerability to drought. Despite these challenges, innovative solutions have emerged to address the problem and turn it into an opportunity for economic and environmental resilience. In response to these challenges, the Kenya Forestry Research Institute (KEFRI), in partnership with various organizations, is implementing a project to manage Prosopis Juliflora while creating green jobs and improving livelihoods. The initiative is supported by the Kingdom of the Netherlands through the International Labour Organization (ILO) Prospects, along with Garissa and Tana River County governments, Garissa University, and the Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute (KIRDI). Community-based organizations also play a vital role in implementing the project. The project, part of the Employment Intensive Investment Program (EIIP), seeks to manage Prosopis Juliflora, restore ecosystems, and reduce its negative impacts while fostering sustainable economic opportunities. It focuses on clearing Prosopis-infested areas and utilizing the invasive species to create value-added products. This dual approach addresses both environmental degradation and economic challenges faced by local communities. One of the project's key activities is the manual removal of Prosopis from farmlands-infested land. To date, over 400 acres of land have been reclaimed, enabling communities to repurpose these areas for agroforestry, grass farming, and rice cultivation. This reclamation has directly benefited over 1,350 individuals, with an additional 8,300 people indirectly benefiting from the initiative. By clearing Prosopis, the project not only restores the land for productive use, but also alleviates pressure on indigenous vegetation. To ensure the sustainability of these efforts, the project emphasizes the development of value-added products from Prosopis Juliflora. These include charcoal, animal feed, poles, and wood products. By promoting the use of Prosopis in these industries, the initiative generates income streams for the community while reducing the invasive species footprints. Additionally, modern tools and techniques such as charcoal kilns and animal feed processing machines have enhanced the quality and marketability of these products. The success of the initiative relies heavily on community involvement. Essential equipment, including personal protective gear, PPE, shaft cutters, modern charcoal kilns, and animal feed processing machines, has been provided to community groups. Power saws have also been introduced to accelerate the clearing process. These tools not only improve efficiency but also create opportunities for skill development and increase revenue generation. By building capacity among local population, particularly women and youth, the project empowers communities to lead sustainable and self-reliant livelihoods.
What we have here with us is a shaft cutter that is being used to grind the pods. This is the pod before it has been grinded. And then after grinding the pod, you come up with this powder. This is the powder. And then after you come up with this powder, we automatically mix with other ingredients. And then finally, we come up with now our final product, formulated Madege Maisha Animal Feed. Madege Maisha Company Limited is a company that deals with Prosopis products. Basically what we do, we utilize the pods part of the Prosopis and we come up with animal feed. Our animal feed is called Madege Maisha Animal Feed, and we actually have been able to produce this animal feed because of the trainings that we have undergone with the help of Kefri through a project that has been funded by ILO, and we have gone through trainings by Kirdi, and I must say that I'm a beneficiary of that project. We have a large market because we are living in a community whereby the people who are living here are pastoralists. We usually use these youth who are living here to collect the pod and in the process of producing this animal feed.
In Garissa, the project has had a transformative impact on both the environment and local livelihoods. Kefri's senior research scientist and project manager, Elias Hassan, highlights the initiative objectives, which include tackling environmental degradation and creating green jobs. Over 1,247 direct green jobs and 1,020 indirect jobs have been created in Garissa and Tana River counties. The reclaimed land is now being used for agroforestry and farming, demonstrating the potential for sustainable land use in areas previously overtaken by Prosopis Juliflora.
This is a multi-institutional project funded by the Kingdom of Netherlands, supported by ILO Prospect and implemented by Kefri in collaboration with the county government of Garissa and Tana River, Kirdi and Garissa University. The genesis of this project is to address the ecological challenges and the socio-economic challenges caused by the invasive species. As you are aware, Prosopis is an invasive species that has both negative and positive impact. And in this project, we are trying to change the perception the community has on Prosopis management, while at the same time creating decent green jobs. The main achievement so far is the ecological impact. The Prosopis has invaded farmlands, which is second economic activity of the pastoralist community. And the invasive species has caused effects on the biodiversity and the ecosystem at large. What we are trying to restore the degraded land and at the same time making the communities use their unusable arable lands. The other second important achievement of this project, and the main one, is the creation of decent green jobs. We have been able to create around 1,352 decent green jobs from the uprooting of the Prosopis from the farmlands. This one we are trying to empower the youth and the local the local community, especially women, the vulnerable members of the community, so that they can get livelihood and income from the invasive species. The third achievement is livelihood creation and value addition. In terms of value addition, we have equipped the community with the necessary skills and capacity built them so as to make use of the equipments we have provided. These equipments, like if I mention a few, the charcoal kiln and the chaff cutters have empowered the community in a way that they are making use of the products from the invasive species. This one is the main thing that will sustain this project in terms of sustainability, and because of the skills that they have gained from our activities. The fourth main achievement of this project that will ensure its sustainability is this is a community-driven project. And up to now, we have realized that the community have taken up, they have owned up the project, which now will ensure its continuity even at the end of the intervention. The main challenge is that this invasive species sprouts so easily, even after cutting it down. And this one needs now a continuous effort to control it and utilize it properly. The second challenge is on policy issue. This one, there is currently a ban on or a moratorium on charcoal. Though as KEFRI, we are trying to liaise with policymakers on this so as to ease the movement of charcoals and the community able to sell the charcoals. We are liaising with the government so that at least the ban should be removed.
Farmer Hassan Yusuf from Galbet Ward is one of the beneficiaries of the project. After reclaiming 8 acres of land previously invaded by Prosopis, he has successfully planted fodder on 2 acres and plans to expand into agriculture. His success underscores the potential for reclaiming and repurposing land for productive uses, even in challenging environments.
Kulingana na support kutoka kwa wafadhili wa ILO na KEFRI, with the help of the county government, tumeweza kumanage kufanya kutoa madenge, bush clearing, na vijana wanapata malipo kidogo. Nafikiri kwa hayo tumeweza kumanage kufungua karibu eka 8 so far, na kwa sahi out of that eka 8 nafikiri tumeweza kumanage kupanda eka 2 ya fodder kwa sahi. Tunaweza kusema tumetoka mbali sana. Hiyo mahali ilikuwa ni kichaka, tulikuwa nasumbuliwa na hiyo Prosopis, na kwa sahi nafikiri unaona tofauti. Na hiyo tunasema ya kwamba tunaweza fanya zaidi mzuri kuliko. Ardhi ile sahi inakaliwa na Prosopis ni kubwa sana, na sisi hapa ni wafugaji na tunahitaji malisho sana. Kwa hivyo tunahitaji sana hiyo ardhi tungeweza kufungua sana na tuweze kupanda malisho mingi sana.
Professor Ahmed Maalim, Director of the Institute of Peace and Security Studies at Garissa University, highlights the university's role in the initiative. Plans to establish a Green Jobs Innovation Center are underway, aiming to train both students and community members in the sustainable use of Prosopis Juliflora. This effort will further support long-term resilience and economic empowerment in the region.
We as Garissa University are part of this sustainable control and management of Prosopis Juliflora project. We are very grateful to the donor government which is the Royal Netherlands government and ILO for supporting the project. I can assure you that the project has already achieved a lot in the last few months that we have been operating, and the whole thing is to turn a tree that the community considers a cursed tree to be a very beneficial tree. We have been involved from the beginning of the conception of the project to now, and the project has so far created some 1,300 green jobs in form of removal of madenge and then planting high value crops, and also improving the value chain in form of charcoal or other products from madenge, Prosopis Juliflora. Removal of Prosopis Juliflora not only contributes to sustainable development but also sustainable peace. The urban centers, the drug addicts, the people who mug nowadays has cropped up in Garissa hide themselves in Madenge. By removing this Madenge, we contribute to peace and sustainable development in the region. As a university, we are now in the process of procuring equipment, element analyzer, pod crusher, biochar production machines, so that we improve the value chain and in form of research, so that we improve the biochar production, so that we improve medicinal value of Prosopis Juliflora Madenge. And all this will continue, we are going to use the students to implement. And this, we are already establishing a center called Green Jobs Innovation Center. It is this center that will house all this equipment, and the research that we are going to do will be done by the master's, PhD, and bachelor, diploma, and certificate students who are already working with the communities. So Madenge is seen as a cursed tree before, but very soon it may turn out to be a blessed tree, very soon. Because of this project and other efforts, we are not ignoring other efforts being done by others elsewhere. So we, as partners of this project, are more than committed to ensure that this project succeeds.
In Tana River, the project has similarly empowered communities to address the challenges of Prosopis Juliflora. Mr. Hussein Godana, chairman of the Bura Tana Pastoral Farmers Group, commends the initiative for increasing drought resilience by processing Prosopis pods into animal feed. This innovation has enabled sustainable farming even during prolonged dry spells.
Kikundi hii imeanzisha mwaka 2009. Hasa kazi yake rasmi, sisi tunalima shamba. Ya pili tunachoma makaa. Ya tatu tunapanda nyasi. So mara kwa mara tunapatanga drought. Hii drought mara mingi mifugo inakufa. Lakini tumepata elimu kubwa kwa KEFRI kupitia ILO na Netherlands, serikali ya Netherlands, na pia kupewa mashini ya kurash madenge pamoja na msogoro pamoja na nyasi ili mifugo yetu ipate lishe ya kutosha. Madenge hii mwanzo kabla hatujaelewa ama kuichoma makaa imefunga barabara zote za gari na za mifugo. Pili, shida yake kubwa ilikuwa inafunga, inamea sana katika hii sehemu kame. Mifugo inakula inamea kila mahali. Mifugo ikikula tena inamea. Msimu hii ya mvua kama hii kwanza, millions ndio zinamea na hakuna namna ya kucontrol. Lakini tumeelimishwa kasi kidogo saa hii, tukaambiwa ya kwamba madenge wiki ya kwanza ya mvua ndio inafaa kutolea kungolea kwa shamba kabla hujatumia shoka na mashini kubwa kubwa. Pili, tumeelimishwa ya kwamba tumeletewa makilnis ya kuchoma makaa. Tatu, tumeletewa mashini zile za kukurash madenge. Kwa hakika saa hii tunaweza kuelewa matunda na faida ya madenge. Sasa madenge tumeitoa katika uadui, amekuwa rafiki yetu kwa saa hii. Kwa hii miradi tuko ndani saa hii, kwamba tuko eneo ya Bura Tana, tumefeka yamkini ekari 72. Tulianza mwezi wa 7 wakati ufadhili wa Netherlands ilianza. Tukaambiwa kikundi ingoe madenge, baada ya kungoa tena ipande chakula hiyo mahali ambao kwamba ilikuwa imetolewa. Kwa hakika saa hii tuko process ya kungoa. Tumeanza mwezi wa 7, mwezi wa 8, wa 9 tulikuwa tuna crush hiyo madenge ambayo iko juu. Mwezi wa 10 kufika tukaanza distamping, kutoa ile visiki vya chini. So nafikiri kufikia mwezi wa 12 kama ufadhili utakuwa unaendelea, tunakuwa tunaweza toa yote, tukaanza kilimo mbadala. Badala ya madenge tueje tulime nyasi ya mifugo yetu, na tulime mchele, tulime mahindi, pojo na mimea mingine kadhalika ambayo inafaidi wa group members.
Hii miradi tumefaidika naye pakubwa sana. Kitu cha kwanza, hapa tunalima, tunapata mshahara, tunachoma makaa, alafu tunapata chakula cha mifugo hapa. Tumepewa power saw, tumepewa mashini ya kusaga pods. Hiyo mashini vile ina operate tumeshafundishwa. Ile pesa nimepata kwa hii miradi, nimenunua mbuzi na hiyo mbuzi inaendelea kuzaa, na ninaajiri mtu ambao atanichungia hiyo mbuzi, nitajiendeleza na hiyo maisha. So pia school fees pia ninalipa. So hii miradi itanipeleka mbali. Netherlands kupitia ILO, kupitia KEFRI, tunashukuru kutuletea hii miradi.
Women have also played a pivotal role in the project. Ms. Sadia Farah, a member of the Bura Tana group, explains how women have been actively involved in collecting Prosopis pods, producing animal feed, and participating in charcoal production. Their efforts have contributed significantly to the community's economic development while promoting gender empowerment.
Makanki Sadia Farah.
My name is Sadia Farah, a member of Bura Tana Prosopis Utilization Group. Prosopis has a wide range of products which are economically viable to us. Though the species has negative effects, its positive effects outdo the negatives in our case. We make charcoal, briquettes, poles for construction, and process its pods as animal feed, which helps us much during the drought seasons. By using the skills that I have gained through this project, I have established small enterprises from commercialization of Prosopis products. I really appreciate the donor of the project for enhancing our livelihood and creating jobs for us through management and utilization of this invasive species.
In Bura East, the Charcoal Producers Association has helped youth engage in clearing Prosopis for charcoal production. This has provided them with employment opportunities, enterprises establishment, reducing the risk of radicalization and fostering social stability. Mr. Muhammad Ibar, the association's chairman, expresses gratitude for the donors' support in creating jobs and empowering youth in the region.
Sisi kama kundi, hii miradi tangu ikuje, tumeona hii miradi imetufaa sababu madhenge tulikuwa tunaonelea ya kwanza ni janga. Hapa kwetu mara ya kwanza tulikuwa tunaona madhenge haina manufaa yoyote. Lakini baadaye wakati tumefanya utafiti sisi wenyewe tumeonelea ya kuwa miti ni miti muhimu sana. Ni miti hata tumetamani kuibadilishia jina kuiita mardadi. Jo madhenge Prosopis Juliflora tumeonelea ya kuwa ni miti ambapo iko na manufaa mzuri. Ni miti ambapo ukiikata inamea kwa urahisi, haitaki maji. Mara kwanza tulikuwa tunadhani ni disaster, lakini baadaye tumeona inaweza tumika na inaweza tengeleza ajira kwa vijana. Nafikiri katika hii miradi vile tumefadhiliwa, sisi wenyewe tunapata kazi, tunapata mapato, tunasalisha makaa ambaye haikatiki, ni sustainable charcoal production. Pia tangu tuanze hii miradi, wakina mama pia wamepata urahisi ya kufikia kuni. Sababu ile madhenge ambapo ilikuwa ni msitu, wakati tumekatakata, kuna zingine ambapo inakuwa matumizi kwa wakina mama, wanatumia kwa njia rahisi. Tumepata makaa, tumepata pesa, tumepata lisho kwa wafugo. Katika hii kundi, kila mtu anakuanga na kazi yake rasmi. Wanaume wako na ile kazi yao ya kukata. Na wakina mama, wakati wanaume wamekata na wamepanga miti na wamezalisha makaa, wao kazi yao kubwa ni ile harakati ya kurokota zile makaa na kuweka kwa magunia, kufanya ile packaging. Hiyo ndio kazi kubwa ya wakina mama.
Garissa County's Environment Director, Ms. Mohamed Deko, emphasizes the benefits of the initiative, particularly in reducing the negative effects of Prosopis Juliflora and improving local livelihoods.
As we all know, madhenge has impacted 2.2% of the landmass in Garissa. It's a menace in Garissa, and it has invaded the roadside agricultural lands or farmlands, stock routes, water corridors for the wildlife, even at homesteads. So we appreciate the project. The community have been empowered through green jobs for sustainability purpose. The county government of Garissa is willing to continue empowering more men, women and youth in the decent green jobs by supporting them with appropriate equipments and machineries. And FCDC are also supporting us, especially in the farmlands where they clear madenge. They are being supported with grass species.
Similarly, Tana River County's Environment Executive, Matthew Baboya, highlights the need for ongoing efforts to address the widespread invasion of Prosopis in agricultural lands.
We want to appreciate the partnership that we have with KEFRI in implementing this project, which is funded by the Kingdom of Netherlands and also supported by the International Labour Organization ILO Prospects project. And basically this project is coming to manage the invasive wood species, that is Prosopis, by utilization. In Tana River County today, it has invaded 3.2% of our total landmass. But we are targeting the irrigation schemes in Bura and Hola. You know, we've been doing production, but the production has been curtailed by Prosopis, locally known as madenge. We also cleared approximately 94 acres, and we are hoping that by this clearance, the land will now be available for production of rice, green grams, and all the pulses that we produce within Hola and Bura. And we are hoping that the county, through our own programs, we are going to mainstream management of Prosopis.
The project has received widespread recognition from stakeholders. KEFRI Acting Director Dr. Jen Njuguna acknowledges the valuable partnerships that have facilitated the dissemination of research findings and technologies to affected communities. These collaborations have been instrumental in achieving the project's goals and creating sustainable impacts.
KEFRI is a national institution that is mandated to undertake research in forestry and allied natural resources. And in so doing, we disseminate the information that is collected from research. Therefore, as an institution, we are proud that we have been in the drylands, in the various categories of drylands, and in these particular ones, Prosopis is currently in 22 counties, major counties, although it has now expanded to others. But we know that it has been 22 arid counties, and therefore we are hoping through this project that we can have extensions and other stakeholders coming in to support the work that is being funded through ILO to be able to reach out to other counties like Turkana, Marsabit. The major impacts of this project is that in both Tana River and Garissa County, the project has been able to facilitate the clearing of 400 acres of previously land that was invaded by Prosopis. And through that also, we've been able to train communities to, one, remove the Prosopis, I've said, to produce animal feed from the pods, and also to be able to make charcoal and biochar. Biochar is important in the environment because it conditions the soils. And through its use, when it turned back into the soils, it is able to increase the soil water absorption capacity, which now stimulates the growth of other plants like grasses. We have also learned that some farmers are already using the same land to produce vegetables in land that could not have produced the vegetables before. And also, through the project, we'll be able to create 1,350 jobs, mostly for the women, the youth, and also the men, of course, who are working with them. It has also become like a model experiment for others. We have seen interest of other people who are now also implementing the same kind of activities on their own land. So we are seeing a multiplier effect already with the project 6 months. And we know that by the time we are 1 year on it, because it was on a pilot basis, we'll have had a greater impact in the communities and also moving towards the other counties where Prosopis is a problem. Therefore, we are calling in for more stakeholders to come in to support us, either through capacity building or through equipment, through machinery that can help the communities. We are also hoping that with the time, we'll not be able to use so much of the manual labor. We'll be using more of machinery to be able to clear large areas of land within a short time so that the communities can benefit on a shorter time scale.
We chose this interesting intervention that's on managing of Prosopis species, an invasive species which is commonly found in Garissa but also in Tana River counties. We chose it for creation of decent green jobs, but also to showcase opportunities that exist in the communities where we are working in, which are ASAL communities. We are doing this by supporting implementation of the Kenya Prosopis management strategy, which promotes management of Prosopis, or Madenge as it's commonly known, by utilization. Most importantly, it's training communities on how to sustainably manage the invasive plant. We are very excited to partner with KEFRI on this intervention because KEFRI has long and outstanding research on Prosopis management, and so we are applying the research to test and pilot to see how the research can practically translate into livelihood enhancing interventions for the refugee hosting counties. We are specifically very happy with the work that's happening in Tana River because there have been great milestones and a lot of products have been developed ranging from fuel options, charcoal briquettes, to the animal feed and many other products. Our project is funded by the government of the Kingdom of the Netherlands and implemented by ILO and other 4 UN agencies, including UNHCR, UNICEF, IFC, and the World Bank.
In conclusion, the KEFRI-led initiative demonstrates how innovative approaches can transform environmental challenges into economic opportunities. By managing Prosopis Juliflora effectively and sustainably, the project has restored ecosystems, created green jobs, and improved livelihoods in Garissa and Tana River counties. Its success serves as a model for integrating environmental conservation with socio-economic development, showcasing the potential for resilience and sustainability in Kenya's drylands.